and spent days. And in Miyagi, this is a Sendai Wakabayashi ward that severely affected the tsunami. And the two nursery schools and a nursing school, old people's homes were isolated temporarily. However, that elderly people decided to stay in this home because this is their home community. And the building sustained the tsunami because it's the ferroconcrete structure, and the seawater came up to the hip. As you can see, that the portable toilets and the furniture, pieces of the furniture are scattered around. And many of the houses are washed away because of tsunami, and the residents are taking shelter in the nearby shelter. And this institution was safe, especially the second floor up. About 200 people are elderly. Some have amnesia, but none fell victims of the tsunami.
Here on Newsline, we are now broadcasting the audio of this newscast to on our local TV channel on the bilingual program. Live streaming of this program is also available worldwide on our NHK World website. Now we continue with our coverage of the earthquake. Efforts to cool down spent fuel storage pools were made from the air at the quake-hit Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant on Thursday. Water was sprayed for the first time from the ground. Japan's self-defense forces used 5 special fire trucks in rotation to spray water into a storage pool for spent nuclear fuel rods inside the number 3 reactor building. The operation started at 7:35 p.m. on Thursday and finished at 8:09 p.m. 30 tons of water was sprayed. The SDF and the government will decide whether to continue the operation on Friday. Police began a water spraying operation in the evening but could not reach the building. They decided to suspend the operation due to the high radiation level. The SDF and the police operations came in response to rising fears that a large amount of radiation may leak. Water in the pools for spent nuclear fuel rods is believed to be vaporizing due to the failure of the cooling system. Now, this could expose the fuel rods, causing them to melt and discharge radioactive material into the air. The Tokyo Electric Power Company had decided on the spraying operation at the number 3 reactor building when it saw steam coming from it. The power company has said on Wednesday that there was still water in the pool at the number 4 reactor building. Earlier on Thursday, Japan's Self-Defense Force helicopters dumped seawater on the crippled number 3 reactor building for the first time. 2 CH-47 helicopters dropped 7.5 tons of water 4 times each. The first water dropping operation lasted for 13 minutes. Tokyo Electric Power Company officials have told reporters they will carefully check radiation levels to analyze the effects of the police and self-defense force spraying operations.
We believe we saw a small amount of steam rising from the spent fuel storage pool at the number 3 reactor after the water was sprayed. That seems to indicate that the spraying had a cooling effect.
Osaka University professor Akira Yamaguchi explains the significance of the spraying operations.
Now, here is the scenario to avert crisis. And what we see today is to inject water into the pool. That's on the very top. Now, what kind of a significance does it have to successfully inject water into the pool? If we inject water into the pool, then the exposed fuel rods will once again immerse into the water, and we can cool them down once again. And in that case, the fuel will be cooled, and so we can prevent further damage to the nuclear fuel, and then the radiation level will go down, and we can prevent the radioactive substances from going out. And then if the radiation reading goes down, then